If you've been scrolling through endless listings, watching video after video of massage chairs, and still feel stuck wondering which model actually lives up to the hype, you're not alone. I've been in that exact spot, weighing the promises of spa-level relief against the reality of a piece of furniture that will sit in my living room for years. The risk of splurging on a chair that sounds amazing on paper, but ends up feeling more like a pricey footrest is real, especially when you consider the space it occupies, the noise it can make, and the way it might or might not replace those monthly spa visits. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In today's deep dive, I'm going to break down the Human Touch WholeBody Rove, see how it stacks up against the things that actually matter when you're trying to decide if it's worth the investment, and help you figure out whether this is the chair that will genuinely improve your recovery routine. First off, let's talk about the core promise: a full-body, zero-gravity massage that's supposed to hit every major muscle group, from the feet up to the neck, while you recline in a premium living room recliner style. The Rove uses what Human Touch calls an S&L track, which basically means the massage rollers travel along a longer, more natural path along the spine. In practice, that translates to a smoother, more continuous glide compared to the choppier, stop-and-start motion you find on lower-priced units. If you've ever tried a chair where the rollers seem to hunt for your spine, you'll appreciate how this longer track reduces those gaps, especially when you're sitting upright and the rollers need to navigate the curvature of your back. For anyone who spends a lot of time at a desk or does regular weightlifting, that smoother motion can mean a more consistent stretch and less interruption during a session. The foot and calf component is another area where the Rove tries to stand out. The 3D foot and calf massager adds a vertical kneading motion while also providing a gentle rocking, and it comes with its own heat element. In a real-world scenario, say you've just finished a long bike ride or a marathon training run, the heat combined with that deep kneading can help loosen tight calf muscles that often stay stubbornly sore after cardio. The fact that the foot module works independently means you can target calves without engaging the full-body program, which is useful if you're only looking for a quick lower leg recovery after a short jog. Zero gravity is a buzzword that can feel overused, but on a chair like this it does have a concrete benefit. The Rove tilts you into a position where your feet are slightly elevated above your heart, which can improve circulation and reduce pressure on the spine. For someone dealing with chronic lower back pain, that angle can feel almost therapeutic, especially when paired with the full-body rollers. In my own testing, the transition into zero gravity felt smooth and the chair locked into place without any wobble, which is something you'll notice if you have a larger frame and are worried about stability. Control simplicity is another practical concern. The Rove ships with a tablet-style remote that sits on an armrest, and it also includes a wireless charger for your phone. The remote's interface is laid out like a typical smartphone app. You swipe between programs, adjust intensity, and select specific body zones. There's a learning curve if you're not used to navigating touchscreens, but once you get the hang of it you can change settings without having to fumble with buttons on the side of the chair. The wireless charger is a nice touch. If you spend 30 minutes on a session, you can at least keep your phone topped up, which is handy for those who like to watch a show while they unwind. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty that often decides whether a chair earns a permanent spot in a home or ends up as an unused splurge. First, the footprint. The Rove is a full-size recliner, roughly the size of a standard sofa when fully extended. If you have a dedicated media room or a larger living room, the chair will fit comfortably, but in tighter apartments you'll need to measure at least a 3-foot clearance behind the chair to accommodate the recline. It's not a piece you can easily tuck behind a desk or push into a corner. Noise level is a common complaint with lower-priced models that use cheaper motors. The Rove's motor is noticeably quieter, more like a soft hum than a rattling clatter, even during the higher intensity programs. If you plan to use it while watching TV or having a conversation, you likely won't be distracted by the sound. However, the chair does emit a faint vibration when the foot massager engages, which could be noticeable if you're trying to sleep with it on low intensity. When it comes to massage intensity, the Rove offers several tiers, ranging from a gentle, relaxing glide to a more vigorous kneading that mimics a deep tissue therapist. The